Hello everyone, my name is Cap and welcome back to the channel, and this is part 2 of my Q&A video. It's going to be doing things a little bit differently. As you can see on the screen, I'm going to have some gameplay planned. Now, this is some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 during the last beta it was on there from the PlayStation 4. I am not a beast at this game, I don't claim to be. I'm about middle tier. I'm not quite sure which gameplay I'm going to put up yet. It's probably either going to be like Team Deathmatch or Kill Confirmed. Kill Confirmed is my favorite of the gameplay options that are out there, followed by Team Deathmatch and like Domination, but those are usually what I tend to play when given the opportunity to. And I posted a poll in the community channel asking you guys if you wanted to see like a gameplay instead of just, talking head, and most of you voted yes. I don't take it personally, I get it. Gives you something to kind of watch in the background. So I have that up on here. That answers one of the cues that I didn't get from the last one, is whether or not I played Call of Duty. And yes, I do. I've been playing Call of Duty since COD 4 came out with my buddies. I played all the way up until Black Ops 3, played through most of the year with that one, and then I kind of tapered off with it. And the only reason why is because for the longest time I had a huge group of friends that I played with. And over the years, one or two little fall off. And so by the time we got to Black Ops 3, there was like 3 of us left. And then after that, or I'm sorry, not even then. It was like the game before Black Ops 3. We only had 3 of us. By the time Black Ops 3 came off, the other 2 had dropped off and it was just me. I spent a lot of times playing by myself. And it's just not as much fun without having all my buddies and stuff in there. So I kind of stopped playing about 6 months into it. And then Infinite Warfare came out. I played the beta and was just like, it's not really for me. Didn't really like it. World War II came out. It was okay. I played the beta on that one a little bit here and there, but it's just not as much fun. So I don't know how it'll work with Black Ops 4. I did, like I said, get in the beta as you're watching, and I'll play the Blackout beta. I definitely want to try the Battle Royale version for Call of Duty. So anyway, told you guys on the community forums and on Twitter and everywhere else and stuff that all the questions I'm getting for this video are coming from the Discord channel, which I'm reading live on the screen as I'm talking to you guys right now. And so this is where I'm going to do Q&As in the future. The links to all of this is in the video description down below. The Discord channel, my Twitter, Instagram, all that other stuff, you can go check it out there. Now, also, a couple things before I get into too many more of the other questions. If you're watching this today on September 3rd, Monday, today is Labor Day. It is a national holiday. I'm not at work, hanging with the family and all that stuff. So, if you ask me a specific question on the video or whatever, I may not see it right away. But today's also my birthday. I turned 37 today. I know, I don't look 37 at all. I'm 37. I got the body of a 21-year-old and the mind of a 14-year-old, and I'm okay with that. My wife's okay with it too. So anyway, if you guys still want to send me something, there's always time to send me stuff. P.O. boxes in the video description down below as well. And I've said that sometimes before, and I don't ever mean, hey, go out and buy me a present or something expensive, send it to me. Not at all. If you want to send me something, you can handwrite a note and send it to me, or a postcard if you're from a different state or different country, a different part of the world. Or if you're artistic, maybe draw me a picture, like do a portrait of my own face and send it to me. I have a book, and anytime you guys send me stuff, I'll keep it in there. And it's kind of cool to show my son, you've seen him on the channel and all that stuff before. It's kind of cool to show him pictures and things that you guys send from all around the world. I get to pop out the globe and be like, hey, this one came from way around over here. Isn't that cool? And he just loves it as much as I do. So when I say, hey, if you want to send me something, write me a little note, give me a little postcard, draw me a picture, or if something like that. It's always cool to get stuff from me. I love getting stuff like that from the post office. It doesn't ever have to be anything bought. So, and another thing is, I'm going to give away a copy of 7 Days to Die on Steam in this video. All you have to do to enter is go into the comment section and leave a comment and say, I want to win the game, or can I please win the game? And then, of course, fill it with compliments and, really butter me up, because that helps your chances of winning. And then I'll do a random drawing. I'll probably do the drawing on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depends on how fluid the comments are coming in. I want people to miss out on those. People are just like, oh, I was off school yesterday, I was off on holiday because it's Labor Day, I didn't see it, so I may give it till Wednesday. Now what I'll do is with the subsistence key giveaway is I will respond to your comment down there and say, hey, by the way, you won, please get in touch with me via email and I will send you the key and you can activate it on Steam. Now this is for PC, this is on Steam, so this doesn't work for consoles. This is just one key I'm giving away now. Okay, I'm going to get all that out of the way first. We're already 5 minutes into the video and I've only answered one Q, so let's get on to the A's. Alright, I'm going to get a drink first. How do you balance your hobby, gaming, YouTube, relations, etc. with my family life? I covered this a little bit in the channel trailer video that's on there, A Day in the Life of a YouTuber. I work full time, so during the day I'm there, but I'm fortunate that I work in a situation where I can be on Discord like I am here, and I can respond to YouTube comments and Twitter and all that other stuff. I'm fortunate that I have that opportunity to, because I'm the IT director, so I have unlimited access to all that sort of stuff. It's really beneficial to me, and it's been able to help me grow the channel and all that stuff. Once I get home, occasionally I'll check in a little bit with Twitter. If people are kind of doing their things, I may sit down and respond to a couple comments. But other than that, once I get home, it's family time until they go to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock or so. And then I get on, I do videos, I do streaming, I upload, record, answer questions, stuff like that. A little bit less on the weekends. But mostly, I just make sure to put my family first. And that's something that I made an agreement with my wife when I first started doing this, is that I'm not going to put them out. And she's pretty cool, she's understanding of stuff, so it's not like I'm missing out on getting to do this because I do it as a hobby. It's a lot of fun, I enjoy it, but it's not too difficult to balance it because I'm not doing it full time. Now, if this was my full-time job, it'd be a little bit different here, because then there'd be times where, like, all right, I know y'all are already home from school and work and everything, but I've got to finish this up. This is my job, so y'all gonna have to go leave me alone for just a little bit. So things would be different if I was doing it full time. Okay, next question. How do you feel about cars you drive? Is it just a way of transport you, or are you fanatic about cars? The car I drive, I just drive an F-150 pickup. Where I live in the DFW Metroplex in Texas is like the third largest Metroplex in the entire country, so it's just far too many people here. So I don't enjoy driving at all because there's too many people. It's a huge undertaking to drive anywhere because there's too many people here. So I used to like driving, but I hate driving now. So what I drive now is just because it's convenient, works for me. I like having a pickup. I can haul things in the back. I set up a little higher. But I do have a fondness for like top-end supercars, like sports cars, like, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, stuff like that. Those super sports cars that are just way outside the price range, and classic muscle cars. I mean, I'd love to have a 67 Shelby GT500, or, a 69 Camaro, or anything like that, those classic Detroit muscle cars. That heavy chug of an engine, it just really gets me here. So I have a fondness for those. I love going to car shows, but as far as like what I personally own and drive, I don't care. As long as it's functional. I get a new truck every 7-8 years or whatever and drive it till the wheels fall off and then get a new one. Okay, do I wish my channel blew up from a different game, or am I happy it was 7 Days to Die? Well, my channel didn't technically blow up from 7 Days to Die. My channel got the huge first boost from Minecraft. That was the first several years of my channel. That's where I got my first, 25, 30,000 subscribers, was mostly from Minecraft, and occasionally mixing in some other games. But the huge chunk of the beginning part of my channel growth was Minecraft. And then 7 Days to Die, I'd been doing that for a while, but it was only when Alpha 16 came out and I started doing a lot more tutorials and a lot more of the silly test videos that you guys enjoy so much that a lot of you started showing up. And so that's where a huge chunk of the growth came from. And so it's kind of been both of those games. And, honestly, I'm happy with 7 Days to Die. I thoroughly enjoy playing it and doing all these tests and stuff. I wish I was the kind of channel where I could just upload whatever I wanted to, day in, day out. Doesn't matter what game it is, whether it's a Let's Play, a silly compilation, or whatever, and everybody would just eat it up. That's not realistic. There are not very many people, there's not many of those people on YouTube that can just upload whatever they want to and everybody likes it. You got the Markipliers, you got the Jack's Optics Eye, and some of those other people like that. They can upload whatever they want to and their fans just absolutely eat it up. Me personally, if I upload something that's outside the realm of 7 Days to Die or a survival style game, most people don't care. So I'm not unhappy that my channel blew up with 7 Days to Die. That's where the biggest chunks come from in the last year or so. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to mix it up and play whatever I want to and know that people are still going to be there. Okay, let's see. How long does it normally take to edit a video? Includes research, if research needs to be done, raw footage, length, plus the actual time it takes to edit the raw footage, and what editing software to use. I use Vegas Pro. I'm trying to learn Premiere just because it seems like it's got a little bit more power, but I'm been used to Pro for so long, or Vegas Pro for so long, that it's just what I stick with. Okay, how long does it normally take? Let's say if I'm doing just a typical testing video in 7 Days to Die, usually I'll get it started around 10-ish. And if it's something I have to build, like the water with electricity test, it took a while to build all that and to get all the water and the electricity. So I was probably spent 30 minutes plus building all that, and then record it and hope to God I don't screw up the recording, because, even though I've done almost 1,000 videos on this channel, I still mess up what I'm saying. You've probably seen me in this video already. Me just trip over my tongue, or something doesn't work the way I think it should in the test. And so I may, do actual recording stuff till 11:30, 11:45, midnight, or whatever like that. Then I sit down and, drop it into Vegas and stuff, and, do all the shrinking and all the other stuff I have to do as far as editing stuff. And then I'll go through and listen to it. I'm like, okay, well, I tripped over my words here, but I fixed it here, cut this out, scooch it over. I'd say it'd probably take me about another 20 minutes to edit a regular 7-minute video, and then I render it, and sometimes I just go to bed, sometimes I go watch TV and just let it go. So anywhere, I'll say a 10-minute video can take about 2 hours to do, I guess, on a given day. It kind of just depends on how much I screw up. If it's a really simple test, maybe not so much. By the way, since this video is going to run long, there may be 2 gameplays in here because I have no idea how long it is. So I'm just going to throw some stuff in the background up here for you guys to watch, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. Alright. What does my wife think about my YouTube channel? She's supportive of it. She, I kind of keep her posted and say, hey, sweetie, guess what? I just passed 67,000 subscribers. And she's like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Good job. Or, hey, this is how much we made this month from YouTube. And she's like, wow, that's really nice. Definitely always nice to have some extra in the savings account. Or, hey, I passed 3.5 million minutes watched this month. And wow, that's super cool. But so she's supportive when I bring it up and I talk to her about it. She doesn't scoff and roll her eyes or say she doesn't care. But she doesn't watch the videos. She doesn't subscribe. She's like, okay, if you're not married or in a long-term relationship, if you don't know this necessarily, but when you're in a long-term relationship with people, you'll both have a lot of interest that the other person does not care about, but you go along with it. So I'll just tell her about something I did whilst playing golf, or something happened in a funny game, or something I did on YouTube, or something along those lines, and she's cool. Hey, that's awesome. That's great. Wonderful. But she don't necessarily care so much. It's like if she's telling me something about something she read in one of her books or something. She reads a whole lot of something. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, whatever. But, I don't care about that book. I'm not going to go read it myself. So we're supportive about each other's difference in enjoyment levels and stuff. So she's totally supportive, but she's not, super interested where she wakes up in the morning. She's like, what's your subscriber count today? Or, how'd that video do? Or something like that. Hardest video to make and edit. I'm going to say probably the day in the life of that I mentioned earlier. That's the channel trailer here, just because there was so many parts to it, trying to get scenes captured for an entire day, from the time I get up at 7 until the time I go to bed at 1 a.m. or midnight or whatever like that, to get it all together, to find music to fit in there. It took a while to get all that. That wasn't something I filmed in one day by any means. That took a while there, so it was definitely kind of hard. Where do I want my channel to look like in 2 years? In 2 years' time? Or what I want it to look like? I'd love to be, like 1 million subscribers, and just I can upload whatever I want to day in, day out, and everybody watches it, and, I get invited to the YouTube Rewind at the end of the year and all this stuff. That would just be fantastic. Not realistic, but be fantastic. I've thought about collabing with any other YouTubers for a video. Yes, I've done collabs in the past with other people, it needs to be organic. Doing a collaboration with somebody you don't normally talk to, it sounds like a job interview. Because you don't know how each other's sense of humor works with each other, how you don't flow as your conversation goes and stuff. So it's just kind of weird doing a collaboration with somebody that you don't normally talk to, or has a different play style than you, because it seems like it almost seems forced a little bit. So I don't do it that often. As I mentioned in a previous video, we'll be doing a collaboration with Glock in the near future once Alpha 17 gets here. Who knows, maybe more than one. He's the good guy. We can help each other's channels grow quite a bit, so that should be fun. And for other YouTubers, it would be nice to get invited to do a collaboration with a channel that's much bigger than me. Only because it would be nice to have, their audience be able to come over here. I've done collabs with channels smaller than me before, and so I can send my audience to them, but it's never really gone the other direction. So it'd be nice if some channel with a few million subscribers just like, hey, Cap, we want to have you on the video and stuff, and like that, and just, see my subscriber count just launch through the roof. That would be awesome, but, yeah. Okay. Would I rather rob a bank or a candy store? I'm going to go with bank, because, that would be nice to have bukus of money. I like candy, but I can't spend it, and I don't want diabetes, so I'm not going to just gorge myself on it. When I start playing 7 Days to Die, the very first day Alpha 1 came out, I started playing it, and started uploading a Let's Play series back when it was all just chunky blocks and stuff. It was a totally different game back then, but it was a lot of fun. My first game I ever played was Pitfall on the Atari 2600, I think it was, like 1980, I don't remember, early 80s. I wasn't even in kindergarten yet. That was the first game I ever played, and I played some Cubert, and I played some Tank Wars. I think that's what it was called at the time. And so, yeah, I started off on the old Atari here. Let me start doing YouTube. Not enough candy stores in my area. There's plenty of candy stores here. I covered this more in depth in the last Q&A video I did. I think I went really in depth with that, so I'll link to that in the video description down below if you want to go watch part 1, so I can cover that. But mostly it was, I started it just because I wanted to upload some videos to show my friends, and some of the videos took off, and then I did like a tutorial and it accidentally exploded, and I started getting tons of subscribers and views, and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. So let's see, have I ever played Gmod before? Yes, I have. We played, what was that game called where you get to, like, hide inside Prop Wars? I think it was called Prop Wars or something like that, where you got, like, one person who's the attacker and everybody else is the prop, and you're, like, hopping around the floors and stuff as a filing cabinet. We played that. There was a couple different versions of Gmod we played, if I'm thinking of the same thing you did, but it's been a good while. It was fun, but we haven't played it in a while. Okay, let's see here. Alright, how do I go about making my own channel? I want to basically show the world everything I've learned in the game. I also think my voice sounds dumb. Robbie, since this is you, I'm just calling it specifically, we all think our voice sounds dumb. There's not a YouTuber I know of that has ever made a video that at some point they're just like, I hate my voice. I hate the way it sounds on video. Hearing your own recorded voice sounds really weird because you hear your voice from inside your own head. So when you hear a recording of it, you're just like, oh my God. Even now, thousands of videos into it and live streams and all this stuff, I hear my voice sometimes. I'm just like, oh dear God, I sound stupid. People are going to make fun of me here. But go about making your own channel. There is no set advice for this. I can't say, oh yeah, if you do this, this is exactly what you want to do. Best advice I can give you is make the best quality video you can, audio and picture wise. Do the editing so that it flows naturally there, and be yourself. It's hard to force a personality on YouTube. There's some people that can do it really well. I'm not one of those. Be yourself. Your personality is what's going to bring people back into it. I mean, yeah, if you're like a super beast at some game and you can just upload video and barely even talking, then you'll bring people in because word of mouth will get around about how good you are at it, and it's fun to watch you just slay people. But if you're going for much more of a let's play slow style thing, your personality is what's going to keep them there, because nobody wants to sit around and watch somebody play a game for 30 minutes when they don't talk much, or there's a lot of uhs and blah blah, stuff like that. It's people get drawn away by that. The best thing I can tell you to do is practice just talking out loud to yourself in a mirror. I know it sounds kind of weird, but do like a 5-minute dialogue about a game, just looking at yourself in the mirror, because that's kind of what it feels like when you're doing a commentary and you know the whole world's going to hear it. So be yourself, but focus on the quality of the video. Make sure you can record it the best possible quality you can, and audio as well. If it's nice, crisp, clear audio. Everybody's first videos suck. They always do. If anybody tells you differently, they're lying to you. Your first videos are going to suck. Embrace it. It's how you learn. It's how you get better. Some of us still have crappy videos 1,000 videos in, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's see here. Any games I intend to do content for in the future other than 7 Days to Die? Yeah, I've uploaded 2 videos of Subsistence. So the second one went live yesterday, and if you missed it, do go check it out there. I'm thinking about playing, I don't know, let's see here. I've watched my people playing Scum, and I don't know about that one if I want to play it or not. I don't know how I can make a video on that that's just not like 30 minutes of running around this gigantic island and hoping something happens. That's more of a live stream kind of game in my opinion. The Mist looks kind of cool. Green Hell looks kind of cool. So there are other survival style games I'm thinking about bringing onto the channel, but I don't necessarily know if I want to try and do a whole bunch of different Let's Plays with them, or if I want to try and incorporate some of my 7 Days to Die stuff into those. Like, okay, so I loaded up Mist, and you guys are like, hey, what happens if you stick a filing cabinet on a car? Can you take it with you? And blah, blah, blah. And the answer is no. Glock already tried that one, his videos. It just floats in the air. But so I don't know if I want to do testing videos like those, or tutorials or something. So I'm still kind of ironing all that out a little bit. I'm not quite sure. And the mic I use the Blue Yeti. All the equipment I use for recording and everything I do is in the video description down below. There's a section that says equipment I use. There's a link. You can click on all of it. Takes you there, and you can see the exact one that I use. Okay, let's see here. Do I like country music? Yes and no. Kind of just depends on the country music. I don't listen to it on a daily basis. I like more of the older country. I did grow up listening to, like George Strait and Garth Brooks, Randy Travis, and Alan Jackson, and some of the olders. And oh, excuse me, I got a burp coming up that won't come all the way up. And, you got the classics, Hank Williams Sr. and Hank Williams Jr. And, a lot of the old school stuff I listen to every once in a while. Not so much the new stuff, but every once in a while a song will come out that's kind of catchy. So, yes and no, but it's not my go-to. I usually listen to rock or hard rock or something. This is my go-to is that. Okay, let's see. What kind of collab am I doing with Glock? Can't wait. Sure it's going to be super awesome. Thank you. We are going to plan, at least to start with, and this isn't necessarily a secret, so I'm not giving something away here, but you know how he's doing the house flippers videos, and see, I've been planning on doing kind of a this old house style videos where I, take a dilapidated house and build it up. So we're thinking what we might do is kind of like a competition where we'll both take the same house and fix it up our own ways, and then let you guys, my subscribers, my viewers and fans, and his fan base judge which one we did best. And we'll kind of go from there, but that's just kind of an early plan. We're still kind of figuring it out here a little bit. So, good question, but hopefully lots of different things. Let's see. Can I be your dad? Very kind of you, but I'm happy with just the one kid right now. Wife and I aren't planning on having any more. We've actually taken plans to ensure we don't have another kid, so just the one for me, but I'll treat you as my children. I treat you as my friends. Treat you however you want to be treated here in the comment section. So, all right, well, this has run on really, really long, so I'm going to go ahead and end this now, and hopefully you guys enjoyed whatever gameplay's been back there. After this is done, I'm going to clear out the Q&A video section there in Discord, so the next batch of questions we can start asking there for the next video if you guys want to. So, thank you guys so much for all the support in all these videos. I enjoy doing these. It's kind of nice to get to know you guys, and you get to know me a little better. Makes it more personal that way. So, if you have any more questions about, non-Q&A stuff, but just in general, you know where to leave it. Comments, of course. If you enjoyed the video, do hit that thumbs up button down below the video because it does actually help out. Subscribe if you're new here. Always want to see you guys subscribing, and hit the little bell next to it, and that way it'll notify you when I go live. Other than that, thank you guys so much for your time. You have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.